All right, eyes up front, please.
Okay, first I want to say ours is a little basic compared to y'all's. So let's get the other way. So ours is e-learning, and the concept of this is we wanted to, everybody, we all started off in this class, we all had problems searching things, like basic keys to find things for coding. So we figured that we'd come up with a game called e-learning, where it's basically an application, a tool application, where we got two games, geographic as well as coding questions, where a user can go onto our app and click on the game. As you can see, then we have start the game, you have questions, and as they click on the game, we've made questions where they actually have to search. It's just not a game where you can go in and play. So we've created these questions to where they have to go into the IP to search the questions, basically for a certain key for the question. As you can see, the question 30 days dark in what country? Finland. So as they go on Finland, and then the next question is like, okay, well you got the question right now, you're in Finland, 600 miles south and 400 miles west longitude. You have to answer the question. So this was something that we all decided we wanted to do because it was something simple and not as difficult. There were some things that we wanted to also put in as well, like for example, as they click on these questions, APIs come up like the location of the country and things like that. We wasn't able to put that in, but that's something that we need to work on. And I'll let Danny give you more of a
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, like.
Take the mic.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Okay. So, like Chauncey said, we're basically the point of this app is to basically apply some of the skills that we've learned in this class to, I guess you could call it more of a broader audience. You know, just learning how to like look up information when you're stuck on a problem. Okay, now there's one major feature that we wanted to add and we had time, and that's a live chat function. So people can basically share like their thoughts on the different quizzes and even like swap advice. Okay, so let me go into our process for working on this app. Like the front end stuff, that was split between Steve and Chauncey. They were doing the HTML and the CSS code. Tira and I were doing the back end, the logic behind the games, and we basically like covered for each other and gave each other input like over time.
Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Still morning? Alright, so the intention of this simple application is to use the Google Search API, right? So for example, like we choose the subject for coders, like beginners. So for example, over here, when the students start like learning about coding, JavaScript and everything, they ended up like asking questions for like themselves or technical questions in the future. If they get an interview. So for example, let's say you're a totally beginner and you really don't know about variables or something like that, or even like a little bit nervous. And for example, you have But here comes the fun part, where you can access the documentation of the language that you're working on. So that helps you to study from our application, which is barely completed, all right? But our intention is to leverage the application and build lots of like coding language, like Swift from Apple, JavaScript, Ruby, stuff like that. So that's the implementation that we're supposed to be doing. So there you go, and then you can come over here and study a little bit, have fun, get some knowledge, feel prepared. And then the other part over here, like friends info, the idea to use this part over here of the application is supposed to have like a chat API where students can like change information, get some ideas, and learn new stuff. So the second API that we're supposed to be using was the Google API over here, like the map API, just to show the address where we are located. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, there you go. Would you like to say something?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Tila. For my part, I work on the back end. So I get all the idea from my team and put it all together, work on the back end. So for the friend info, I use the Firebase to keep tracking the data. So like if someone learning and then they want to contact to someone else, they can look up on the friend info. And also for the Google Map, I use the Google Map API and put the altitude and longitude for this location to show our address. And I also work on the game function, make sure the game is work properly, and to show the answer and the score in the end. And also on the button, when you click on it, it just moves to the place it belongs. Okay, we still have a lot of ideas to improve this, like the chat and more topic for the question for the improvement.
Does anyone have any questions on this? Go ahead.
What's the map at the bottom? Like, is it just showing your current location?
Yeah. Right now it's just showing like the address of this building. We're working on getting it to cover the locations in the geography quiz and like the answers, like if the answer is Finland, it shows a map of Finland, something like that. Anyone else? All right.
All right, cool. Clap for them.